And now, when you talk about, okay, you focused on Spanish, but then there was a moment where you decided to get out on the field. What was your goal of your first contact with the club? Because a lot of people in the States too might think, I want to work in Europe, but they really don't know how to even go about it. If they had the opportunity, what was your first step and mindset when you entered that club?
So the first going to club, I think it was more like, okay, learning Spanish in class and then learning Spanish in a field, a completely different thing. That's what I thought, I mean, even just speaking to Lola or my classmates, and then now going to some bar and then watching some Real Madrid game and speaking to like random guys next to me. And it's completely different thing. So what I was focusing on was, okay, obviously I want to do my part, like SNC, and then I try to help some players,
And that's strength and conditioning for you guys that don't know.
So
and we'll talk about that going soon.
So I wanted to do, let's say, like, gym session by myself, warming up by myself, but more like focused on, okay, what's the difference, like Spanish in class and Spanish in locker room in the field. So I tried to get like a lot of vocabularies, on the field, and then try to have good relationship with the coaching staff, with the players, young kids, and then after that, okay, if they let me do some work, I can. But I think first club allowed me to do both in English and in Spanish, and then that helped me a lot. If I cannot express myself, if I cannot say something, I say just in English, and then some players can understand or help other players, or everybody in general understood. Más o menos, approximately what I try to say. So I think it was not really like work specific thing, but more like language specific concentration.
And now obviously you communicate fully with your team in Spanish.
Fully.
No? Oh, okay.
Yes,
when we first met, you were talking just all Spanish, so got to give that to you. I do want to ask you, because you obviously, it sounds like you had to sacrifice quite a bit of your time to first get even a job, an opportunity to get someone to say, hey, we want to give you, a compensation for your work. How do you even communicate that, especially as a foreigner? Because realistically, if you're in Spain, they might think, well, a Spaniard could do this job. How did that message come for you, and what in your power were you able to do to kind of communicate your value?
I mean, I think I was lucky enough. I think a lot of people that I've met so far are willing to help foreigners in general. I mean, obviously I got rejected by some club teams, before this, and then I wouldn't necessarily say they didn't like to work with foreigners. Nothing like that. I didn't see anything like that. But it can be also normal, And then, but I was, I think, fortunate enough to meet these people. I mean, even with the previous club, the internship that I did, I think they were willing to have foreigners, and then try to make the team kind of international as well. So I don't think they say, okay, you're Japanese, you're from you did only studied in United States. Okay, it's more like, okay, you have good experience in the United States, you try to learn Spanish, you try to be with us. Okay, come on in. That's
cool.
That's what I received. So
that's awesome. But you also, as you mentioned, you receive rejection, and I think some people don't really realize that in sports, but really in life, right? Everyone's not gonna pick you.
No.
During those periods where you might have not got picked, what kept you motivated to keep kind of pursuing that goal, as you mentioned?
I mean, I'm doing what I love, I mean, like, not everybody want, like, can be still on the football pitch and then still doing what they wanted to do in their childhood, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's not really like motivation, discipline. I just want to find somebody that loves this sport, and then I just want to work with them, and then if one club is gonna reject me, but there's a million other club teams, so I think it wasn't how do I say, it wasn't like meant to be, and then that's it, just go on, until somebody finds me,
Right.
I think it's more of what my family told me, I think, when I was younger.
And what
I
did
think
they tell
it's
you?
like if they don't pick you, they don't choose you, I think it's not their fault. I think it's you want enough,
Yeah.
I think
So
there's
that
always
kind of drives you then, huh?
yeah, like I mean, I always know there's somebody better than me, so it's not like, oh, that motivates me, that's no, it's like I mean, if
So
you
what
if
what
you
does
see,
it do to you?
I mean, if you see, like, for example, I'm in right now 4th division, which is really good category in general, but then you see, right behind our back, there's first team,
Right.
the first team in the 1st division, they're practicing, and then okay, first team, they're so good, but then last when was it? Sunday, I think they lost against Athletic Bilbao.
Yeah.
So even there's better team than them,
Right.
and then Athletic Bilbao can also, lose against, I don't know, Real Madrid or maybe other teams in Champions League, right? So I think this journey, I don't think it's gonna end, and I think like every time you step up, there'll be always somebody better than you, and then that keeps you going. It's not, I mean, obviously it's a motivation, but it's not even motivation. It's like, it's normal, you just gotta get.
It's a normal part of life.
Yeah, normal
pretty
part
much.
of life, especially in these sports. There's always like 1,000 other people better than you, better than you. So I think obviously I'm inspired by greatest coaches, greatest strength and conditioning coaches, and then those are the also like inspiration, and that keeps me going. But I think in general, like, until you get to like the level, like where obviously Real Madrid won 3 champions in a row, for example, until you can see that view, I don't think they're gonna stop you. I mean, even then you win the 3rd champions, I think you want to win the 4th one, right? In general.
Exactly. So